fuck was that?
That was his computer, bro.
Oh,
That was his computer.
Welcome back to Knowing Your Roots podcast with Harry,
What's going on, guys?
Ada, and the guy from behind that thing is on this side of the thing. This is a very special episode. It's kind of recap of the summer, what we did.
Well, before we get into that, first of all, I want to say it's great to be home, right? We
On the road.
we were on the road. We did the last episode, which was actually, I kind of like the detailing world. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the when I rewatched it and just looked at it, I was
Right.
like, it looked real cool.
Right.
But I'm glad to be home in our studio.
Right.
So
Shout out to, where are we? Eastern Title. Josh from Eastern Title. They do home loans here. They don't do anything other than title work for housing. So shout out to Josh, very good client of mine. Reached out and said, hey, can I use your studio? He's like, I don't care. So here we are. Shout out to Eastern Title. We'll put their information here. And if you are in the home buying or selling or whatever business, these guys can help you. So yeah, shout out to those guys. What you got?
well, we've done 5 episodes. Gary's been behind the camera. He's done a lot of all the editing.
He's done everything. It's a lot of work for him.
Yeah. So I started to take over a little bit of it, because I was like, let me help Gary out. And
You're not editing, dude. You're
I
just
know I'm not
giving him
editing, but
more stuff to edit.
True, but just that part alone, he was doing on the
lot of
first
it.
2 episodes, and I was like, holy crap! Like, I'm like, man, this guy, we are overworking this young man.
Well, that's kind of why I wanted to do this during his paid hours at work, right? It's
Absolutely.
not kind of fair for that guy to go do a full day of work and then do this, and then he works hard, and I appreciate you.
So
not only from Absolute Electronics, but also from this. So
Yeah. So, with Gary, a lot of people may not, recognize him, but his work is phenomenal, right?
Yes.
So last year,
his work's better known than he is.
yes. So last year he dropped the video on the Kinetics Liberty Walk Supra that went viral. Like that thing blew up. Great job on that. You've done some work for Pass Mag. I want to say it's it's a teaser of your work. You know what I mean?
He's not really. Yeah. This doesn't represent what he does.
It's a tease.
He also does work for me at work.
You guys
all my
just,
social
you
media
guys
stuff.
just dropped the t-shirt video.
The t-shirt
Dope.
video, right? Yeah.
That was whoever the idea behind that, the videography on that.
That's all Gary. That's all Gary.
That was all.
The neat thing about Gary is I have some idea sometimes, and then he'll shake his head or whatever, and then next thing you know,
He shoots it.
and
It's I think it's a
badass.
great collaboration between you two. It's like your off the wall idea, and then he actually
why is it always got to be off the wall?
That's
Everything I do is off the wall.
It is. He can attest to it, man. He's on my side on this one, but great work. Great work.
What?
You're on his side now.
No, I didn't say that.
You can have him pay you.
No, that's not.
But great work, like making that happen,
Right.
And then I know you also just one of your other videos was the other Supra.
Yep, that was
The green one.
Sean's.
The Liberty Sean.
Sean's Vera Supra.
Yeah. So that one too, excellent work on that. Then you did Nakai-san was here locally over the summer.
Right.
You were the exclusive on that, and
Yep.
I don't think there's anyone that could have done a better job than you on that,
super
capturing
badass,
that.
We'll put a link
days.
to it here. Well, I won't. Gary will. He'll put a link to it here.
Right.
I think by the time this comes out, that's going to be like old news. But anyways, what do you got coming out, or what are you working on right now? Like, what do you got?
Okay. So what do I have going on right now?
I mean, you did Week Fest, right? I don't know if that coverage, if you touched that yet.
Oh no, I haven't, but I do have a good amount of footage from that. Actually, we'll probably share a little bit here and there. Ada and I, we went around and interviewed some cool cars and owners, and you guys will probably see that on
Yeah,
our
that will
Instagram.
be kind of what we're going to talk
Yeah, so
about.
we were talking about. Well, we'll just jump to it right now, real quick before we go there. But basically, the new format is, basically we'll drop our main episode usually on the first week of the month,
Right.
and then the 3 weeks prior we'll drop one of those interviews every Wednesday.
Right. So if you guys see us at a car show and you want to get your car involved in that, just reach out or just hit us up. And if we have the means to do it, like, don't hit us up and we're loading cars on trailers, or unloading. Hit us up when we're kind of done, clean,
in the show,
ready to go. Right. We'll go out and do it. There's one car that we have to redo, and that's kind of the first car that we did that.
Next time we're in Virginia Beach, Accord.
That Accord. That guy is super passionate, and we had some technical difficulties that we, so. But back to you, Gary.
Back to Gary.
Let me ask you this, because I never asked this question. What was the breakthrough for you? I feel like, not when you started, but what was the breakthrough where you're like, oh shit, now I'm like on the next level? You got to the next tier. What was that for you?
The next tier.
From like just taking pictures to the video stuff.
Like moving from pictures to video?
Yeah. Not just pictures to videos, pictures to video to like the tier of video you're at now, where I feel like, you're recognized internationally now with what's his name? The guy that ruined Porsches.
Oh, Akira.
Akira Nakai-san, yeah. RWB.
Yeah, just to get to that point, that's a huge jump from, taking pictures with your cell phone when I found you in 2020 to where you are now. Right?
Cell phone photos. Yeah. That's right.
What do you feel like was the turning point?
I don't remember exactly when. It's a few years back, I guess. I guess I was working like regular jobs, and I was working on the camera stuff on the side, and there was a point where I don't know. I started posting a lot of. I would just meet up with different car owners, and eventually like pictures or videos, and eventually started kind of circling from there. Like, oh, he's kind of coming up, and it kind of like spiraled from there. To
which piece of work was it that you think was your breakthrough?
The catalyst. Yeah.
Like the one piece of work. Okay.
Like what piece was it that was like, oh damn, like,
you know what?
The Varus thing, I think, right?
Yeah. So Hank and Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
They're Voltex, right? I think there was a Voltex Evo. Both of them were Voltex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was two Voltex Evos, and I did a photo shoot, roller shot of them like a while back, and I think that was like the biggest turning point. I did a roller shot of both of them, and that photo just blew up, and I think it went on Voltex's page and everything. Speaking of Voltex, with Varus, Varus has shared all my content. That was a really big thing. Like Lee's car.
Yeah, are we good?
We're good? Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
You just made it weird just by doing that.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Lee's car. I took pictures of Lee's car, and it got on Varus. And then Sean's car got on Varus. There was it came, I forgot what other cars I shot, but every Varus related car, it started like just, they kept reposting it and posting it. But yeah, the main shoot was that the one with Hank's Evo. Was it Hank? Yeah, Hank's Evo.
Hank, Chelsea, you still have that photo?
I still have that photo. It was like a winter shoot. It was cold as fuck. But yeah, that photo blew up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see where this kind of like goes from there, and just trying to capture more people in the scene, I guess.
And that's funny too, because it's funny that you say that, right? Because now Hank is actually, my co-manager for Emotion, and then Hank's also, he takes care of all my stuff.
Logistics.
When it comes to OG1 and stuff like that. So it's funny how the circle kind of
comes around. Yeah, around. The thing is like they're passionate people, and passionate people kind of like cling together and they go together, right? Even if they're off the wall.
Where did the name Lost King Media come from?
Oh man, jeez. Some middle school name or some shit.
Hey man, you know, if it sticks, it sticks. You know what I mean?
All right. I should
AOL
probably
it's your
give
AOL
him a
name.
shout out. Years ago during high school, there was a YouTuber I used to follow, called Lost Royalty, Kings Must Rise, and they were kind of like Eliminate, I guess, and it was a small friend group and everything. And yeah, I was following them, Fresh Kicks, following what's his name, Low Tech, and stuff like the VQ guys. Yeah, a lot of like YouTubers. I still follow them to this day. But one that I still follow up with, I guess that stuck with me the most during that time, was Lost Royalty, and I have like some of their merch from. I have like a hoodie from them that like they released like years ago. I haven't caught up with them. I think the guy still does videos. I think his name's Birdie.
Right.
Shout out to him. Really cool stuff that he makes.
Right.
He makes a lot of illustrations and stuff, but it's really cool. But yeah, he made that brand name, Kings Must Rise, Lost Royalty, and I was like, you know what? I don't know. I was mixing it in, and I'm like, if I was ever like involved with that, what would like my nickname would be? And I just thought of like, as a media guy, I was like, I'll leave it as Lost King Media.
Right.
So and it fit with their, I guess, brand name and everything, and it started from there.
Right. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some up-to-date stuff and some stuff that happened for you, me, and Harry at the same time, which is very bizarre, right? Where you covered MIR in the spring,
Yep.
and then we did some work to the S2000, and it got featured in Pass Mag at the same time as OG1.
Yep.
Which is this issue right here? It was
Yeah.
issue 179, the Honda issue,
Right.
Pass Mag. If you look at it,
Yeah. Just in case you don't see it.
Yeah,
but-
that's
if you don't see it, you got Ada's feature,
Yep.
which was pretty dope. And I remember when we shot the car. Actually, shout out to another Emotion member, RJ.
Yeah, RJ.
He's down in
NSX.
Florida. His NSX was in it,
and the cover car.
in the cover car. You know, Gary had the Honda Day coverage in here as well, and
H-Day.
H-Day. Sorry,
And there's Terminus in there too.
Yeah. Terminus.
Terminus was in there too. And then, you know, who else to shoot OG1 for its comeback than Gary, right? So, you know, obviously OG1 is in there as well. So
I don't know why he's doing that because we're just going to post pictures.
That's true. That's true.
But you know what's really funny, Harry, is that like whenever you get magazine coverage, there's these brands that always reach out to you and they go, "Hey, would you like to have like a little, keepsake for your car or whatever like that?" Do you want to go into what that is like and
Yeah. So back in the day, you know, when you got published, right?
in the news?
Yeah. Well, they're called Great News now. They would reach out to you, and sometimes they would have the feature before the magazine would hit the stand, right? So the first time you ever saw your feature was when you bought this $300 plaque.
What's funny is like you could get your car shot and you wouldn't see your car in the magazine at that time. I think we saw this car when we got shot. It was 2 months later or something like that.
It was quicker. The turnaround time was quicker.
Right, but
used
back
to
in the
be
day, it'd be like 7 to 8 months.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months,
depending on what magazine, right?
Yeah.
And how much content they were working through.
It was crazy that we talk about that because, you know, back then it was, you know, you had HCI, you had Honda tuning, sport compact car, turbo, modified, super street import tuner,
D-Sport
and
D-Sport's still around.
Yeah, there was a competition between them because they were like, "Is your car being featured in another magazine? Because we want the exclusive. If we don't have the exclusive, we don't want it."
Right.
Right, and there wasn't just cover. It's like, did they shoot the car?
Right. They don't want anything
They don't
to
want.
do with it.
They don't want. No one wants to be second. Right. So.
Right. And then it's kind of stale news when you already saw the car, right?
Yeah.
So, but we got something for you.
We did.
Oh.
We got something for you. And this is why I didn't pay your money yet, because I had to pay for this.
He owes me money.
I owe you money every week.
I'm gonna let you open it, buddy.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, man. All right, don't have a knife on me.
Oh, you won't need it.
Okay. All right. Are you sure I won't need it?
Yeah. No. Hold on, I got it. We'll just do it.
It's right here. That's where it is. Okay. Okay. It's on your side.
All right.
Oh, that's the pieces.
So this,
Oh wow.
don't worry about that. This one is mine.
You just took my gift. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Gary, this is your first publication. So Adam and I decided to celebrate it by plaquing it for you.
Oh wow.
You might want to come around here.
Yeah.
Alright, come around here. Yep.
We decided to plaque it for you, and we even
Oh wow.
on the nameplate
Right.
Wow, that's really cool.
put it down as Lost King Media's first publication. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This
so
is really sick.
Just wanted you to have something that like
for
you know,
keepsake, yes.
time stamps it.
And then
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen
And I-
yours yet.
Oh, I like the way it went. I think God it went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is mine. So that's cool.
Really cool.
All right.
Here. I don't know where to put.
Just put it in front of mine. Just put it in front of mine.
Cool.
So yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
No problem, man.
It's really
Welcome.
cool.
We just wanted to make
So
sure.
now I have your freaking money because I have to pay for that. I'm poor.
Yeah, those things aren't
cheap.
Aren't cheap. They actually went up in price.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it comes with wall mounts and everything. So, enjoy it. It's I remember when I got my first one. It's like a checklist off a bucket list. You know what I mean?
It's also relieving. Like, at least I got that done. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what bucket
know.
list checklist. That's what the check on the bucket list does, man.
yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna put a link for your new video for Nakai-san, RBW, RWB. I'm sorry. I don't like those cars. I just I'm the only one.
No, you're not the only one. There's a lot
I
of
think
people.
they're trash.
it's crazy, right? Because so we're in the scene, right? So when it happened that weekend, I was working.
Right.
And I was just like, whatever, right? And then it was one of my workers was like, yo, I heard that Nakai-san's here. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you doing here, right? Because he knows I'm into cars. And I'm like, well, I mean, I have access pass to go if you want to go. It's a closed event, but I have access pass. And he's like, yeah, can we go? And, I didn't realize, like, how important it is to, like how limited that event is.
Yeah.
It was right next to my shop, and I could care less.
Yeah, it was behind
care less.
your shop. But, I guess he's the one that kind of brought it out. He was like, that's a once in a lifetime thing. You never, how often are you going to see that?
I respect the guy. I don't like the work. It's just watching it happen, like with like simple tools and this cool kit, and basically destroying a car. I don't.
Well, I heard the car that he did. Was it the car he did after?
Car he did after.
So the car that he did here, the car after, someone forgot to like tighten the lug nuts, and so the wheel came off.
And ruined the kit.
And ruined the kit. That's what I
I
heard.
about that. Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I think that was the one that was in. think
He's in Florida.
Florida,
He went
right?
to Florida.
Because in Florida, he came back up to PA because
He did a PA
He
car.
did a PA car. So
Right.
Well, what a cool business model, though. I mean, like, you just fly around and make money
Yeah.
doing the same thing over and over again. I would do that. So I can't hate on that part of it at all. Not even a little bit. So,
Gary, anything else you wanna plug?
I think he's kicking you off now.
Kicking me off.
Yeah, I am, man. We gave you your moment.
But thank you, Gary. Like, for
Well,
real.
thank you for
None of this would
everything.
be possible without you. You know, it's just, we're very thankful for you.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, well, I'm gonna hop off from here.
Get out.
All right.
Get back behind the camera. All right, so now that we cleaned up all the boxing and materials from that surprise for Gary,
We'll get back into it.
let's get back into it. So we kind of talked about the new format. So again, the plan is to drop our main video on the 1st, and each week on Wednesday, we'll drop these interviews. So we'll be at these next couple events loading up interviews for the winter because
What's our next event?
our next event is going to be Import Expo Philly,
Right.
which is on the 11th, right?
I
So
do not look forward to that show, bro. I made a bet.
you never, you know what? I swear we go through this every time, and you never look forward to any of the shows.
Well, it's because I have to wear a freaking Eagles jersey.
Oh, you lost the bet.
Yes.
You made that bet. Oof.
I was confident too. My guys let me down.
So if you guys don't know, Ad is a big Cowboys fan. Week 1 was Cowboys versus Eagles, which we had Eagle Fang, like from Cobra
Mike.
Kai, from Cobra Kai. But we had an Eagles fan, Nguyen Mike, where they made a bet where the loser would have to wear the opposing jersey for the entire event. Entire event, or
Higher event.
you know, I can get you out of that.
Nah.
I can get you out of that.
Nah, I'm man enough to take it. I can take it. And
Do you have to buy the jersey
I have to
too?
buy the jersey too. That was my deal. Like,
What jersey are you gonna buy?
I was gonna do a Michael Vick one just to be a dick.
No, you can't. It has to be a current Eagles player, man.
No,
Can be any?
it can be any. No, but he has a specific one, and I don't remember what it is. Kelly, I think, is the one that he wants me to do, which is fine. So, whatever. The good thing is he and I are kind of similar build, so whatever I have, he can have it after I wipe my ass with it. So, you know,
I think he's bigger than you. Oh, whatever.
he's taller than me, but he's not. Look at these arms, bro. These arms belong on a taller guy. You know, God kind of shorted me on the torso thing, right?
Yeah. I actually can't wait for that new format, man. I think it's gonna be exciting.
I think it's going to be exciting. So just think it's going to be more of like a, you guys do not remember this, but like a 360 video kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah. I
Those
actually,
guys used to do that kind of stuff.
I actually want to get out. I actually want to get out there and actually talk to the people. You know what I mean? That's one thing I miss. You know, I love talking, so I just want to get out there and get their stories.
And I think the other thing that's really important is we're going to touch on cars that we probably wouldn't look at as like a team motion car. Like there are some cars out there that are really nice that just don't fit our box.
Genre, yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be cars of all kinds.
I mean, dude. There's right off the top of my head, right? Brandon. Oh, you already. I think
I
you
did Brandon, yeah.
Did you do Benny too?
I did many.
Oh, you did Benny? Oh, wow. So again, you've probably done a couple that I wanted to hit, but you know, maybe I'll look at the footage and get all that. But those
Shout
are
out to Benny and shout out to Brandon. They're nice cars. They're now on a team. They're building a team. I think there's some guys that are kind of figured some stuff out, and they're gonna come. What do you think?
What do I think? I think it's great. You know, like I remember the last episode we were talking to Ray, and Ray was like, one thing that shocked me was like he was like, "Oh, someone comes to beat you guys." You know what I mean? Like, and you know whether it's deserved. You know what I mean? It's time. You know what I mean? Like
It is time.
there was a point where I thought winning too much was bad, so that's when we scaled back from like 15 shows to like 5, right? And then
Can we
now,
go back to that? I want to go back to 5 shows.
well, the problem is now it's like it's like, because we have the manager, and the manager is like, hey, like, we should go to all these other events, and it's twofold, right? The way I see it is that, we've been talking about judging all year, and we've been talking about what's wrong with this show and what's wrong with that show. And, the only way to kind of correct that is, if you have builds like H-Day builds, which are not like our builds, if those builds keep going to those shows, that's what those shows are going to be about. But then when you bring our cars into it, and then we get more cars like ours, not JDM style, but
The higher quality
build,
right?
They're going to have to adapt. The judging is going to have to adapt, right? Because you're not going to see the mistake of the Lambo versus the other car. That just can't happen.
So the promote again. So this show is not about this, but the promoters, I feel like, are just putting it all on the judges when you choose a judge, so it's on you, right? So that's kind of the meat and potatoes of all that,
right? But I think by having both pools of cars in the same building, it's gonna force the judging to change. It has to. Or I would hope that it would.
I don't know what happened to all the judges that were around back in the day that knew what was going on. That guys could walk over and look at, a '69 Camaro and see that it had, a 454 and, the Ken Diggett handles and all that stuff, and then walk over to the Civics and recognize the Mugen stuff and all that. You know what I mean?
True.
So I think that guy's really hard to find. I mean, there's guys that are deep in the cars like myself that are just deep into it and just know the dumbest of dumbest things that don't even matter. And, it's hard to find those guys. And those guys are hard to build cars because, like, when I do something, people just don't get it. Like, and it's...
I think that was a perfect example, right? Because, like, 2 years ago, we kind of brought you back. And you kind of half did your motor, and everyone was like, ew. Like,
right.
Fuck. And then once you had time to finish it, now everyone's like, oh.
Right.
Right? It went from you to oh, right? So,
right. But even still now, it's not like everybody's favorite. And that's okay. I'm fine with it.
It's different,
The point for me is always to bring something new to the table without it being ridiculous. Like, you can bring a new paint job out, and it could be a purple car with pink polka dots, and that's new and different, right? But it's ridiculous. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can you do that and make it not ridiculous? It's kind of the way I like to build.
I mean, and even with your car, like I think what I had fun with was
wheels.
Like, you're still playing with wheels, but it was just for me, it's just I don't care. It could have been anyone else's car, but it's going back to the old school like show mentality. Like, how do we display your car to make everything look better, right? And for you, I was like, dude, take the top off,
right?
And I think that one move and you finishing that bay made that car look
crazy. Yeah,
totally different.
Yeah, just wait until the next tier, you guys. Just wait.
Yeah,
just wait. All right. So speaking of that, and that's kind of where we left off. Is right before H Day, I did the engine bay stuff, and then after H Day, we did
Virginia Beach.
And then after Virginia Beach, we did
a lot of shows this year. It's been a blur, right?
We're not done yet.
We're not done, right?
There's like 5 more events.
Yeah. So right now we're kind of recap kind of the middle section, right? So of the season, right? So I don't know. We did Harrisburg. Up there we did Harrisburg. We did HA, Harrisburg, Virginia Beach.
No, Harrisburg was the first show.
H-Day was
Philly.
Philly. No, Philly was after. So
Philly was after.
Yeah. Anyways, so I remember in our last episode, the last episode we started talking about events. We were dreading going to this one show, right? It was Next Gen in Frederick, right? We're like, oh, it's gonna be so hot.
Shout out to Mark. Look, Next Gen. We were
wasn't bad.
wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all. Besides the heat, which we knew,
The heat, but the end.
which was because of the heat.
You just give them the pass on the heat. Look, I'm not gonna take it easy on you, Mark. We good. We good. Shout out to Mark. He's a good dude. Like I said, he's a good dude. We talked. But getting the judging right at the end of a long day of a car show where you're outside, so you're frustrated that it took a long time to tally, and you're frustrated that you're out there still waiting for it to happen, the actual judging results.
Yeah, I think we waited an extra hour just for them to.
It was like an hour and a half.
Was it?
Yeah, because remember, guys were like, all right, because judging was supposed to end or Josh, we're filming, jerk.
He's like, got you.
Josh, come here for a second.
What's up?
Come here. Let's see if we can put you on real quick. We shouted your company out initially. Stop shooting me with water. We gotta cut all this out.
There you know. That makes it good.
Josh. Oh man.
Got my issues.
Just wipe them off before they get.
Small price to pay.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Come here and just shout out your company.
No, I'm good, man. This is your
Jesus.
thing.
All
When
right.
you're done.
All right. Can we do something with that? No?
Yeah, we
Guys shot us up with a thingy.
More to go.
There's some more up there. Jesus, get them all.
All right, it's on the back of that one too.
All right. As you can see, the owner of this property is this fun guy. Anyway, I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about the. We're talking about the award ceremony. Now it took an hour and a half.
Oh, right. So it would have been nice to have that water bath during that show. But
It was a long day. It was a long day. But the show went by good, right? Like
the show itself.
The show was.
Again, we were regretting the show. The show itself was fun. It was a whole bunch of fun. Me personally, it reminded me of the old shows that we did back in the day. And we met a lot of people, And
It was funny too. Some of them were like, "Are you gonna put us on the podcast?"
Yeah.
Remember? It was
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh damn, we didn't have a videographer.
But yeah, we're serious. We're gonna need a lot of content coming up for wintertime. So we're gonna have to do a lot.
We have to really work here.
Yeah.
The last
Few shows.
few shows. But yeah, so Next Gen was great besides the award ceremony, but that's an easy fix, right? What was crazy was that after that event, which was a Saturday at 6, and it was supposed to end at 6,
Philly.
we were supposed to be in Philly. So from Frederick to Philly was 2.5 hours, and we had a 9 o'clock deadline to get into the building for roll-in.
Or you had to do it the next morning, which I did. Remember, I was like, dude, I was too tired.
Oh, that's right, because you ended up staying home.
Right.
And then rolled out in the morning.
Right.
So me and Emmanuel, we booked it because we let all the trailer cars go first. Those guys made it in.
Yeah.
Right? And then me and Emmanuel stayed to the end of the award ceremony and then we booked it. Dude,
The rain.
I had never seen rain like that in my whole life.
Right.
And then, I'm like going through it. I'm like, man, this is no problem. I look at my rearview. I'm like, where's Emmanuel at? Man, he's on RT 660s, man. So I'm just like,
Yeah, you can't go.
oh, yeah. I was like,
Go.
damn it, right. So we missed that by like 30 minutes. We got there about 9:30. All good. We ended up eating together, and then moving in the next day. So
Shout out to Emmanuel / Terminus. Super good dude.
it was crazy too. So Terminus, who has you always hear me say about these FK8s and the white FK8 Mugans. That's what we always see. I mean, he has a Jace Racing FK8 in blue.
It's actually in this episode, in this magazine.
Yeah. So I ended up bringing him onto the team, and it was I've been talking to him for about a year, right? So it wasn't just like you on, right? So I've been talking to him about a year, and it was a collab where, it was like, hey, if you want, like, if it fits for you, it fits for me.
Yeah.
Right?
We have
Give
an
it a try.
FO5 coming on that's kind of
The same.
the same kind of deal.
Yeah.
So if you ever wondered, we'll do an episode on onboarding for show car teams, because I think that every team has a little bit of difference, and depends on the goal of the team too, right? Like some guys just want to dominate, and some guys want to be friends, and there's just two different ways that people go about it. And this is my you've been on other teams as well, but you've always been in charge, right? So you always selected. You've never been like me who has to like.
I always like, one team I joined, I was like, you know what, I just want to join. I just want to be one of the guys.
Right.
And they're like, okay, cool. And then we did 2 shows, and then the guy was like, all right, you're in charge now. And I'm like, like, that's not what I wanted to do, right?
Luckily, I always have the role of behind the scenes, and I like that. I like it.
So we did Hot Nights. We did Tune Your Evil Philly.
Right.
And then after that, I think it was like 1 week off, and then the guys got back together in Fredericksburg, Virginia for Autotopia. It was a Elite Tuner event. What do I remember about the building? That building, I remember last year, it was humid. This year wasn't humid, so it was actually pretty nice.
We were indoors.
Indoors, yeah. So that show was pretty cool. Like Ranger, man, like I watched the back and forth between Slick and Ranger, man, and I'm just like,
That you can do about it. I mean, there's stuff that's going on that's not really anybody's business between those two. But at the same time, dude, like,
I give Ranger credit, man. You know what I mean? Like his event, like, it's a good event. Like as far as the event goes, right? Like,
I've yet to attend any of his events. For some reason, like last year. Nope.
You didn't do Fredericksburg?
No.
Where were you?
My grandmother's funeral.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because, Marvin won them all anyway, so.
He did. He did.
And then after that, I think we had another week break, and then we went straight into Week Fest.
Wow. Man, do you remember how much I was like, I do not want to go? They kicking and screaming, I think I went.
Yeah, I do remember that. And then thank God you're a team player because you were going to go anyways. At least I thought you were going to go anyways, right?
Right.
Thank God you're a team player, and as you know, or as everyone knows, that event for Emotion is kind of like Chinese New Year. That's when our calendar resets, right? That's when we get all new shirts. So I think this year we're rocking teal.
Yeah.
Not by my choice, but
green card again.
Well, yeah. But that was a group decision, right? And it kind of looked good in the photos, right?
The green shirts look great.
Yeah.
They look great. So.
And then that event we also picked up long time OG builder Billy. Billy used to own. Well, Billy used to be a car builder. He had a pretty cool looking Bug-Eye Subaru. Back in the days, he was on a different team.
Right. Didn't work out with you guys at some juncture, and then, like Harry said, he's just kind of going back. Like, My Name is Earl and making everything right. Yeah. He's got a list of things to make right. Remember that show, My Name is Earl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
And then that event also, man, what happened at that event? Billy debuted there. Billy also used to own Need Powder Coating, and then also used to own his own shop called Versus. So I think now he's just he just welds. I think he just welds.
Does whatever he wants.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants. Right. So
yeah,
but
good dude. That's the first time I met him. He's a good dude.
Yeah. So I think going into Week Fest, and I don't know how much time we want to talk about this, but it was announced at that event that's going to be the last Week Fest in that building.
Yeah.
They said, are they coming back? They don't know, right? They don't know if they're coming back. So that is, that's huge.
Me personally, I hate the idea that a show leaves when we don't have enough elite shows. Not that other shows aren't elite, but that's kind of the measuring stick for a lot of builders. You know, like you guys all look to that show as like, you know, oh, you won the, you know, old school at the festival or S2000 at the festival or best of show at the festival. That's a huge fucking deal.
I think Weekfest, if we compare it to what it was in the past, I think it was comparable to like Hanapur Nights, right? Like winning a Hanapur Nights trophy.
Yeah. I mean, for you guys, I think that they do a really good job of judging. In my opinion, and I think that their drivers meeting is good, but I don't think they need to add like, you know, the kind of we do what we want kind of judging. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it.
You know,
Does that make sense?
yeah, but you know, I've been to what 12 of those meetings,
Right.
Right. So you know, they have to do it, right? Because you don't know who's there for the first time. Okay. So I remember, you know, thank God I was there for the first one, because had I not been there for the first one, I'd been like, yo, what kind of judging is this, right? Coming from old school Hanapur Nights, Nopi, Battle and Porsche style judging, and then going into this, and it's like, what? Like, what's going on?
The only reason I say that is, this is the only reason that I feel like that. And it's not because I don't think that they're bad judges. I just think that if you enter that show, whether it's your first time or not, you expect that the top tier cars are going to win and there's no BS, right? And every show has that kind of thing. So when those guys do and go in there and go, you know, today we just don't like orange cars. You know, and I don't think they're like that. And
Right. Just use it as an example,
yeah,
right?
And
So-
actually talking to them, they're nice people. Joe is a nice guy, but in my opinion, I just feel like if you just do what you do with no convictions, then there's no reason to say it. Right? This is what we think. Right? Like, I'm okay with that. I just don't. For me, you know, it could be a turnoff for some people. That portion of it. The rest of it's fine. It's just that portion. I feel like guys can just.
I mean, I think like when it comes to that, it's, you know, it's kind of like some people learn in different ways. Some people are visual learners. Some people can read it, right? So it's the same thing, right? They have to put the language out there, and how you take it's how you take it, right?
Yeah. And there's some conversation that I had with Joe, and I don't know the man well, and we are not, you know, besties by any stretch. I don't want to give that impression. But the conversation we had, like when I asked him questions about like my build and stuff like that, you know, he mentions that like, yo, not everybody can take the truth. Like, you know, the comment that he made to me was like, I know you can, because, you know, my personality is the way, like, I can take it. But that's why that first part to me is like kind of like that. Like, some people can't take that this is how the judging's going to be. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But.
You know, I mean, what I like about that is like, you know, my fear, right, was when I brought OG1 out, and I was like, man, what are these Cali judges gonna think about my car, right? Like, what if they flame it? You know what I mean? And they're actually, you know, I forget that they're enthusiasts. They were enthusiasts. They grew up in the same era that I grew up in. They did the same things that I did. You know what I mean? And so when they saw it, they were like, right? It received well. It received well, right? And I was like super happy about that. You know what I mean? And
I thought you'd be okay. Like, I didn't know that you had reservations, but had I known you did, I would be like, yeah.
Well, the first year I did, right?
Right.
Because I wasn't gonna bring it. And then the car was at the shop, and then was like, "Are we taking it or are we leaving it?"
That's not how he said it. We take or we leave.
We take or we leave. And I was like, we're probably gonna just leave it. I'm like, I don't, you know. And then through talking to other competitors, they were like, "What do you mean you're not bringing it?
Right.
Like, there's an award for 90s car of the festival, and that is that car.
Right.
And based off that, I called on the next day and said, hey man, we're taking it.
Right.
He was like, what the right? So we ended up taking it, and then, like I said, it received well. And I mean, I think that to me, like, encapsulated everything for that year, like, just to bring it back out and end it on that note. And, you know, in the, 10 years that I was doing Week Fest, 2012, 2012 was when they first came out. You know, I had only won once with my Lexus. And you know me, as I always say, it's not a win unless you back it up.
Right.
And I was never able to back that award up, right? And
Because of
well, I mean, regardless of the reason.
I'm asking.
I mean, there's Martin. Martin was there too.
The wagon.
The wagon, yeah, right. And you know, Jason's GS. You know, those cars, right?
Your own teammate.
Yeah,
car, right?
so you know, it's whatever, right? But you know, for me, it was like I could never back that one up. And will I ever get another individual trophy from a quality show like that, right?
Anything's possible for that white car. That white car, I think that's you worked hard on that build, but you didn't work as hard as you did on OG1.
The reason why is because you know that the Lexus is a direct result of OG1. Like I knew, like, all the money and all the stuff that was going to go in there, like that's not what's going to go into the Lexus, right? So yeah.
What's weird is that building cars is trauma.
Yeah,
It's trauma.
it really is.
Right? Like honestly, would I ever start all over again? Hell no. Hell no. And you know, with even the GS, you know what I mean? Like I just got a new car,
Yep.
and do I want to fucking do this?
Do you want to go down the road, right?
wanna
You're like
do
at the
this?
Matrix. Here's the blue pill, and
And the
here's,
white pill.
here's the red pill, right? Like,
I enjoy my cars. I enjoy all my cars for a certain reason. I enjoy my show S2000, but with trauma, right? With like, oh, I gotta go get the trailer. Oh, I gotta go get. You know what I mean? It's trauma.
I mean, same thing, right? Same thing with the Lexus, right? Like the Lexus is what I usually get to the shows, right? So
Right.
it's like, oh, what show is OG1 going to? Hank decides that, right?
Right.
So then it's like, Hank, what shows does that go to? Well, whatever show that goes to, I'm hopping in the Lexus and going to the same show. Just so it's two cars, but you know, again,
I wouldn't want to deal with two cars. I mean,
but to your point, yes, like every time I'd have to deal with OG1, I'm just like, ugh, like
Right.
what could go wrong today? You know what I mean? You knock on wood. Like,
don't say that.
you knock
because-
on wood, and you're like, please, like,
So the other thing is like you dealt with OG1 last year. We tried to get the audio working. Is it still working?
it is working. I think one of the amps actually went out because the front door speakers don't
Okay.
work, but the rest of everything else does work.
So like we went and we opened Pandora's box with that car and got stuff going. The problem with builds like that are big is that like you're adding on to something that you did like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 20 years ago, right? And then you're trying to like get to the mindset of like what you were doing then. And
Well, the crazy part is, first of all, thank you for doing that for me, right? Because it's hard to find someone that's going to take, number one, someone else's project. Because
Right.
it's like, I didn't build this. Like,
Right.
I don't want to deconstruct this, right?
Right.
So, thank you for doing that, because there's no one else that was going to do that for me.
I appreciate that.
Lucky for us, we called Tommy, he was the original builder on that, and he was like, oh, yeah, I remember, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And it helped out a little bit. Thank God he remembered.
Save some time.
Yeah.
Save time.
But, you know, again, thank you for that. And then I learned the same lesson when we brought OG1 back out this year. We redid the livery on it, and then I wanted to keep it true to that time period. So I did the red window tint, right? And to find someone to do the red window tint, like,
Another disaster, right?
that was, I didn't realize how much trouble that was going to be. But, you know, there was an old school guy here that still tints, Sarath over at Ultra Tinting, and you know, he told me straight up, if it wasn't you, I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it.
The funny thing is like, dude, there are so many craftsmen that we're gonna be missing. They're gonna guys that build car audio with a jigsaw, like
Yeah.
what your car was built with, your car looks great for that. You guys can't do that right now.
Yeah.
They need to have one of the. I mean, look at what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I realized that. I realized that through the entire process, right? Like when I say entire process, the entire process of since we brought OG1 back out till now, all the I want to call it opportunity, right? All the opportunity that's opened up, and it's like, oh wow, like didn't realize this, didn't realize that, and how much headache this could be, and for someone to actually say, you know what, the headache is worth the results, right? So
remember that I had that plan that we're going to do about building a trunk in a weekend.
the time lapse that one, man.
No, we don't have to time lapse. It's so easy. Like, I'm going to teach what I should have known back then, like having a plan, implementing the plan, and not deviating from the plan.
Can you
Not
do that?
deviating.
Can you do that last part?
I can do that.
Can you do that last part?
For this type of thing, I can do that. For a competitive build, I cannot do that.
Got you.
So being competitive is, for me, the most important part, right? So
Do we want to talk about Weekfest and not coming back, or do we want to save that for?
I think we save that for if we ever get
like
to
a
talk to him.
Okay.
I think that it's fair for those guys. Like, we can't speculate at this. I mean, it's only been a month and a half. We can't speculate on that. But you know what I did do after that show was the Vorged event at the
Kalahari. You did it as a
site.
as a solo, as a solo artist.
It's a mission.
Justin Timberlake over here.
trying to snipe out another guy. Look. I'm gonna say something, and I've said it before. Being competitive is a job. It's a job.
I agree.
If you're gonna do something or be competitive, do your job. Don't talk about going to work. Go to work. So I'll leave it at that. That's good enough, right? So if someone challenges me specifically, Harry, you already know what I'm doing. Car's in the trailer. We're going, right? So guys out there, just be serious, man.
And how was that event actually?
I had so much fun. I didn't get to quote unquote battle the car that I was there for, but I did get to meet new people and see a new event that had so many cars.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Insane. And this venue, the best way I could describe this venue is, I'm a Disney guy, right? So I'm not a Disney person. I'm a Disney guy because that's what I pay for my family. But the best way to describe it is a Disney-themed hotel, or in this case, convention center. African print floor with like rocks as lantern or lights and stuff like that. But so many cars. But it was so awesome. This is the perfect event if you want to take your kids, the wife. There's food there that's reasonably priced. It's not insane. There's good food there. They got the water park where Marvin, the owner of the green car, went actually for on vacation the week after, that show.
Yeah, he was on vacation.
To this thing, and it was a hell of a good time, and there were so many cars. I could not believe how many cars. It took like 2 hours to load that thing. To load cars.
And were you there from the beginning of load in, or?
I was there from the beginning of load in.
Holy crap.
Until the end. And then
You were actually on time?
I was on time. I was on time because it was on my time. I didn't have to like meet up with other people and do all stuff. And the car was already in the trailer.
What about the judging? Like, again, like we talked about all these other events that we did. I mean, how was the judging, the result, everything?
In my opinion, so there were some talks, and I was kind of excited. They were like, there was a few people that were at the show that were like, dude, we think you got best of show. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
Don't you hate that when that happens? When you just like
stop saying it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I think you got it. You think it.
Right. But unfortunately, I don't think the judge that I had was as knowledgeable again as the other people. no offense to Benny, but Benny got best interior, and there's just no way he's the
Yeah, the interior's nice.
It's nice, but there's no way he's got the best.
It's a mix of carbon
There's-
and suede and
No offense to Benny, but some of those Honda Accords and and Camrys
would have the stitching and the
badass. Dude.
Yeah.
And no offense to Benny.
You know what? And I think that's another topic, right? Like again, we go to events that are geared towards like HJ cars, right? And then we have race builds.
Yeah.
Some of the cars have race builds, right? So
Race inspired.
yeah. So when you have a cage, it's like, oh, seat delete, blah 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 blah. But you fail to realize that hey, the amount of work that it took to restitch a rear seat, headliner,
dash.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's almost the equal, right? So it's just like, when you have the guys that have that and they look at that and they're like, oh, I got this, or you look at if Benny were to complain, I got this. It's like, yo, at the end of the day, like
They're equal.
yeah, it's equal. Like I think who said it? Ray during the last episode. Hey, go present their car. Present their car like it was your car.
Right.
And that makes you realize once you look at it, then you're like, oh, I got the diamond stitch seats, two-tone, white, yellow, and then even the stitching's red. So it's actually three colors.
Three
You know what
colors.
I mean?
Right. So the one thing that I think these guys aren't getting credit for, the Camry and Accord guys, those things are fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. Right.
Full audio, like lights,
old
crazy
school audio, right? Yeah.
air,
Interior mats throughout
the whole car.
Trunk to the front.
right.
To the front.
Right. And a lot of those guys legit don't get the same billing as emotion cars or the race builds or, guys with tucked whatevers. But I can see, me personally, I like it. It reminds me of the beginnings of import stuff. It reminds me of the very beginning when guys were just putting wheels on their stuff when we were starting and all that. But they're still a step further with the interiors that are very elaborate.
Yeah.
Like super elaborate.
Like we talk about, I've been talking about opportunity, right? And one of the things that this podcast has created for me is opportunity. And it's created, me looking at cars like that and kind of rolling back like, man, OG1, I did the same thing, right? My back seat is black and red.
Right.
Black and red. And then, pulling my carpet out. And then even my headliner is red and, like, it wasn't good enough to just have the black carbon.
Right.
I wanted the red and black carbon weave. And then the pillars and all. I'm just like, damn. And
Just going back and remembering how much work it is to do all that stuff.
like I had to pull the interior out, do all that. And then remembering doing the Lexus.
Right.
I pulled the back seat out. I pulled the door panels out. We did the door cards in the weekend. The back seat went to the upholstery shop. And then the rear front seat. I was like, dude, the interior on the Civic was way more extensive than this. Because I also did.
My Integra, same thing.
Yeah. Because my interior was also tan. And I did.
Your interior was tan?
In the Civic, yeah, it was tan.
In the Civic. I thought
Yeah,
you
in the
meant
Civic.
in the Lexus.
And then we pulled it all. We pulled all the black stuff in there.
Right. I don't know what it is with tan interiors in those cars. It's like Nguyen's car was tan interior.
Yeah, I know. And again, that's why Nguyen's car was always like that measuring stick. Like, oh, he got the same interior. What did he do?
Right.
Right when you painted yellow, I was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that.
You could have done red.
No way.
Red. But we'll put an insert here. That interior was something else. It was on the level. It was on. I mean, we did it like no time,
dude. After putting the red tint on and everything inside being red, there's no way had I done a full red interior,
I think it would have been hot.
I think I would have done the windows a different color if I had a full red interior.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to because the effect that you would have.
But then I wonder if that red would have faded over time.
Depends on the red.
Yeah.
But yellow, I don't think would fade like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the car was gonna stay, I would have done yellow windows. That was my second color. It was yellow for the windows.
Oh, I would have done yellow. I didn't know you. You know why? Because I think driving it would be a better experience. Not that you drive it, but
I ain't gotta drive it now. I don't gotta. I put LED headlights in there for it.
This is the joke that we have at Bad Cat. The guys that help me with my car. It doesn't matter. You know why? On trailer. Off trailer.
Yeah.
There's no in between. Although that car can drive. It's fully functional, 100% functional. I just do not trust that fucking thing. So
That's like OG1 too, right?
It will drive.
It'll drive. I mean, it drives on and off the trailer. When I get the chance, I drive around the parking lot at the convention center. Like,
well, you know, that's the first thing I do when I unload. Take my little lap.
I do mine. Well, when I get a chance to get into the car, like sometimes I come out and the car's right on the trailer. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, I didn't even get to touch it.
I need to get me a fucking manager.
It's probably one of the best things I ever did.
Right.
So
saves
after
you time.
Yeah, so after the water park event, obviously the Northeast guys, they ended up doing Honda Fest, which was last weekend.
Marvin got his 9th best show, 8th best show.
8th or 9th?
Wow.
8th. It was 8th.
8th. One more to go, and he's got.
No, I think he's going for 12, man. I think he's going to go for 12.
Good for him, man. Yeah. Good for him.
So Honda Fest, we went last year. I wasn't going to make that trip again this year. It was the drive back that really did it for me. The drive up, I was like kind of excited. But then we did go-karting. I think we stopped and did go-karting when we went up the night before.
Shout out to Hank and the go-kart stuff.
But coming back, I was like, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I'm not doing that again. But that event looked fun. The guys up there, they took their awards and, they never complain about that show. But that gets us caught up. I mean, what we got left, we have Import Expo Philly. We have Next Gen in the Poconos. We have Filthy Clean, which we do with Brothers Garage in Bowie. We have Import Expo Richmond. And then for the last show,
North Carolina.
USDM Super Meet in Mooresville, North Carolina. It is an all-car show, but it's mostly geared towards Hondas. So, I think the way I do it is like I focus on the Lexus for the first half. The second half I go
Honda,
Civic, right? So, and I just wanted to go south this year, right? Because we did everything north last year.
We did everything north last year.
So I wanted to go south. Not only that, but Street Cars 101. It's a TV show on Roku, and Prime Video and some other stuff. I don't know if you knew this, but I signed us up.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna be the co-host on that episode for that event. So he was more than willing to let us do it. He's seen some of our episodes, so I'm excited. We might have to get merch for that, huh? We might have to get merch for that.
We should have merch now.
we should have merch for that.
Merch now.
But I am excited for the second half, the last leg. The last leg of this season. I always love hanging out with the guys, seeing what's out there, and then like I said, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 events, and so
5 more.
We got 5 more.
5 more.
And you know what? Even if we bring cars, we don't bring cars. I think we should still go and just get those interviews. Like go,
absolutely.
Go talk. Absolutely. Go talk. Right. So
I mean, depending on what happens with what I have going on right now, I would be okay with not bringing a car and just driving.
Yeah, I mean the USDM Super Meet. So, looking at the schedule, Import Expo is on a Saturday, Richmond, and then USDM Super Meet's on a Sunday. So if I did that, I would just ride. I would ride with Hank to Richmond. We would display the Civic, pack the Civic up, and then go straight to North Carolina. I wouldn't bring the Lexus to the last 2 events. 2 cars is too much. On a back-to-back weekend like that.
Right.
That's crazy.
that's kind of my thing. Like, do I really want to lug a car around in the back of a trailer?
Well, I mean, you got a new trailer and you got a new car, and apparently you can lug that thing pretty quick.
I'm looking at Gary, and Gary's looking away because I don't want to do it. All right, so we're all caught up. In this episode, we covered Gary's rise and kind of his backstory a little bit. Caught him up with his new plaque. All the shows that we did. We covered Weekfest. We covered the awards event at the water park. We covered what we're going to do next, the next 5 shows, and we covered the most important part is we need your help so that we can get more content out that's helpful and, you know, kind of have our video magazine, so to speak, to spread some content about some builds that are all over the country or all over the East Coast here. So I wish we'd started this in the beginning of the year, and we did kind of, but, you know, it's kind of hard to do.
I didn't realize, like, with the schedule that we have, how hard it is to, like, fit this in, right? Like,
It's hard.
Like, whoa, like, we're already at the end of the year, and it's like, whoa. And then now we are planning for what we're doing when we're not in events, right? Because now we're planning on doing, like, tutorials and stuff.
We just have to have, and again, we need you guys' help to kind of give us ideas of what we could do. I have a Civic that we could do some stuff to kind of, you know, old school build stuff, like how we would do inserts in the door panels, how we would do a trunk, how we would do.
Are you gonna put a flip-flop trunk on that Civic?
I am not going to put a flip-flop trunk on the Civic. Actually, I'm gonna make it. That's gonna be the first T-shirt that I design. It's like a flip-flop trunk with a big X through it. Like
No flip-flop
trunks. I don't think they're cool. Anybody who thinks they're cool, they're not cool. Sorry.
I never had it on my car. I was just like,
How long have you
Why?
known me to hate flip-flop trunks?
I think when the first time you saw it, you're like, what the hell is that? Like,
It's terrible.
And I still remember going to all the car shows. When you weren't going, I would take pictures of flip-flop trunks and send them to you.
Right.
And you'd be like,
it's
random
actually-
Saturday, random Sunday. You're like, what the?
So a lot of guys do that. Benny's been doing that lately. Flip-flop trunk. It bothers me. It bothers me that people think that's cool.
What was I going to say? Hey, we appreciate the likes, but we prefer the subscribes.
Yes, please, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Make it. The thing is like we know you guys are watching. We can tell, and the audience is slowly growing, but we need some commitment from you guys. Right? We need some commitment. We need to know that you guys know that we're here, and subscribe. Hit the button, Gary. Put a button here. Oh, you know the easy button that they used to sell at like
Yeah,
Staples?
Staples.
We should put the subscribe button. I'm gonna make one.
There you go.
You have one.
No, I have an easy button. It's not a subscribe button.
I know, but you can make it into.
No. That's my easy button. I need a subscribe button. I still need my easy button.
Actually, you know what? I want to break some news.
What's that?
So, actually, you know what? I know we usually do this at the beginning, but if everyone's still watching, what do you have that's new? Anything new that's going on with you? You know, I always ask you that at the beginning. You got anything new going on?
New stuff going on.
Not talking about the car, but like personal projects or anything.
Oh, personal projects?
You know, we talked about the GS.
I got a new car. I got a GS F. Before the Slick episode.
Yeah.
Like a day before.
The day before, yeah.
Yeah, the Slick
We
episode.
came in here smelling like cherries.
Dude, whoever owned this car before me.
I think it was the detailing shop that cleaned the car.
It can't
before
be, dude.
before delivery.
Open the trunk. I think they spilled.
Dude, I went to your open house. Your open house was in here too. But we went to your open house and I walked by your car and I was like,
The doors were closed.
and you could still smell it.
Yes.
That's why I was like, yo, what the?
The doors were closed and you could still smell it. It's bad. So I have that. I got a new truck. I got a new trailer. Now I'm fully committed. Like I had all these things before, but now like buying a new
Knowing Your
trailer.
Roots podcast paying you well, huh?
Yes. So good.
Yeah.
I just committed to doing this for the long term. Like I needed a reliable car to make sure that I could do this stuff. So like Harry, I've been doing this a long time. Maybe not in the same stretch of time, but the same amount of time. And I enjoy it. This is just another way to enjoy being around cars and being around people that enjoy cars and talking shit, which I enjoy the most.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I know people are watching as well because you can hear feedback. You can hear people at events like, "Oh, are they gonna
Right.
Are they gonna record today?" Like, you know what I mean. So I know they're watching, right? And then even some higher, upper people are like, they'll tell me they're
Interested.
interested, right? They're like, they'll say, oh, this or that, or we had the guy that built the Momo Ja Rule car from Fast and Furious.
Angel.
Yeah. He commented like, hey, I built that car.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. So I thought that was cool. And then, you hear other people like, yo, I love watching it. Or not even just watching, listening to it. It sounds, they just love that conversation. Like we're like trading like war stories, right? So
Yeah, so we do have a game plan most of the time when we come into this stuff, but like you and I we talk all the time. And I actually try to avoid talking to you so that we have something to talk about on the episode, right? Because we can get down a rabbit hole so quick and so easily when we talk about this because we have so much passion for this.
and the next thing you know, it's 3:00 in the morning. It's like, yo,
Right.
I gotta be at work in 4 hours.
Yeah. So I think that Harry doesn't want to hear this, but because he just wants me to concentrate on one thing. But I think I'm going to bring the Integra out here shortly.
That's fine. You know what I mean? Like anything that you build, and then and I know the Integra. So because I have the Civic, I know how important the Integra is because you still have it.
Right.
So I'm actually excited to see whether you go like OG 90s build or you're gonna go into
I'm going to build exactly what it was like in 2003. It will have, you remember...
check valves. You gonna have check valves?
I never had check valves.
Oh, you didn't have check valves.
I had a Super AFC and some other stuff. But I'm going to build the audio period correct. Like, it's going to be what I had. You remember my amp rack.
Of course.
Back in the day.
Of course.
It's going to have all that stuff. And then, just freshened up. Like, that car was, again, I keep saying it, it's ahead of its time. It's ahead of its time. It's just people didn't understand it, right?
No, I don't think people did. I think it was because it was the DA and the DC had come out. I think
DC was already out. I mean, it was
I think we-
2000 something.
But I think you missed that window.
Had I done it, you think if I had done it with a DA or the same exact build with DC,
Yes.
it would be over.
Over.
Right.
It's just the wrong chassis.
I don't think so. I think DA is one of the
I agree with you. DA's
best chassis ever.
right, but for that period, we like the period.
You're talking about one of the best show cars of all time was a DA.
But the
Number two on both of our lists.
but the golden era, right? Like you just missed it. You just missed it. Just outside the window.
I think, this is what I think about that car. I think that car was the wrong color. I think the original color that it was,
Man, like I said,
you stayed that color.
You're colorblind. You still think that car's pink and that car's purple.
I've never said it was pink. Everyone says it's pink. I always say it's purple. You're doing it backwards. Everyone's like, it's pink.
That car's purple.
Thank you. So you agree with me? Okay.
I always thought you said it was pink.
No, everyone says it's pink. It's purple. But it's always been purple.
But thank you guys. We appreciate your time. Man, we actually did an episode underneath 2 hours.
Underneath 2 hours, and we get to do all the things we have to do for the rest of the day.
Yes, awesome. So, cool. Thank you, Gary. Again, congratulations on your first publications, and we're gonna obviously keep an eye out on you and all your future content, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna start bringing Gary on every couple episodes just to see what he's up to, just so that the people know it's him.